afternoon, 47. Your target is Vito Duric, arms dealer and sanctions buster. Although the subject of a global manhunt, the target has successfully evaded capture and prosecution for more than a decade. Tired of waiting for the slow wheels of international justice, the client has turned to the ICA. Intelligence places the target inside the Swedish consulate, most likely involved in the operation to extract Strandberg. The situation is fluid, but this is our best opportunity to eliminate him before he vanishes again. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Geek Box and to another elusive target through Hitman World of Assassination. Today we're going to be doing the Gunrunner for year 3. So, 3 methods today, 2 proper ones. One, it does work, still Silent Assassin, just a bit of fun. But as always, we're going to start off with the default loadout. So if you're new to the game, for whatever reason you just joined or you had to start again or whatnot, or you just want to do it for the fun of it with complete default, this will get you through it easily. So skip the cutscene at the beginning, and the main thing is going to be just heading through the right way. So easy way to remember it is just head right and then head to the light. That's why I remembered this bit. And then once you get to that, turn left and it will take you through. Obviously just watch this a few times if you need to. Follow it round to the left and then we're turning right again when you see the school. You'll know you're going the right way, you'll see obviously the military barracks there, or the brigade. And then we're just heading on through, head down to the right to the light again. Sounds cheesy, I know, but for me it helped me remember which way I was actually going when I was figuring this out originally. And it leads you to the embassy. So the target is in the consulate car park. So grab the crowbar because that is important to this out there. Just jump over the wall. The guard will see you, but not long enough to actually do anything about it. The guards on this are very unresponsive, shall we say. But head on through the door and then head round. Stick to the outside a good fair bit. Like I said, it's easy to evade the guards on this level, but Hitman will be Hitman at times. So heading round to the armoured vehicle, you've got the mines here. Just grab those. You only need the one of them, but take them both for good measure anyway. And then sneak back away. You'll see again, if you just keep moving, they can't see you for long enough to actually act on it. It's very different in this level for some reason. But then just behind this car is what I prefer to use. Just drop one of them using whatever your key is, whether it be triangle, Y, etc. I think Z on PC, but don't quote me on that. And then just head on round. Eventually you'll get round to the pit here. Now we're going to head underground and grab ourselves a disguise. Weirdly, it's like generally sneak through, use the crowbar at target at a range. If he does turn, which you actually see he did to me here, the other thing is you can wait an extra moment and he will actually come to you, and you can use the traditional grabbing a guard round the corner method. Just have a quick look with your instinct before you go through the door pretty much. But you'll see, even with a bit of distance there, you can still grab him, and it's an unusually quick choke from that position for some reason. But then just get the guard hidden away, so obviously they won't be spotted, because you're going to lure the target down here in just a few moments. So grab his uniforms just so you're not out of place, and then you can grab his gun as well. And then detonate the explosive that you placed earlier. See, that will blow the car up, and what we're going to do is we're going to send the target into an alert so they lock down the target and bring him down here. Now the lockdown itself is actually just to get him here. We're going to wait until the lockdown itself actually finishes. Now there's a little bit of a wait here that you'll have for a few moments. With this, I was just going to feel as well, there is an older method of this that people have used before, where you lure him down here and then get him to head back up after the alert cancels, which it cancels quite quickly, to be fair. But the old method was you could drop the other mine and your gun and the gun you picked up from the guard, and there'd only be 3 people that came back with him. Each one would pick up a weapon and then walk away with it, leaving the target exposed. Since then, the patch update, they seem to have changed this, because I tried that method, which I was going to do as like default method for this, like I've done before, and oddly they've changed it now. The guard now calls for somebody to come and collect the weapons, and they stay with him. So I think they may have realised that people were using an exploit on this, and they switched the guards to that alternate status that some of the characters have, where they can't, I think it's like the personal bodyguard status, where they can't be distracted or drawn away with weapons. You have to physically remove them with Emetic, etc. yourself. But as you'll see, they'll come to a quick meeting anyway down here in the hallway, and very shortly afterwards they'll lease the alert, then head on up, and we're going to switch up the tactic. As the gun tactic doesn't work anymore, we're actually going to use, for those that might not have seen this before, there is actually a tactic called the block method. Well, that's what I call it, and seen a couple of other people have. What you do is you physically stand in front of the target enough that they get held in place, and if the guards continue on their motion, which these ones do, you can separate a target. So you see, just by walking out, after a few goes, he will make a comment. I'm holding there for a few seconds, you'll see it's creating a little bit of a gap. That guard's walked away down there as well, and now we actually have a significant enough gap that we can then kill the target quietly, and the guards won't even notice. I actually waited with this just until they went through the door and they closed it. It just worked out pretty well timed for me that he was right next to where I wanted to hide his body anyway. But I said, the guard's going through. You'll see the second the door closes, boom. You can firewire your target, obviously you can choke, snap their neck, or poison them if you brought some poison with you or whatnot. Obviously default loadout, so we're going with what we started with. But that's the target done. A nice and straightforward method, just a little bit of waiting involved in it. And then head on back up. Obviously stick to the outside to the right, just in case, because there are a few enforcers here. But we're heading out exactly the same way we came. And we're going to jump the wall to the right as we get out. Obviously it doesn't matter now with the guard, and that's that one done. So on to method 2. This is a more for fun method. It's taking 2 Emetic grenades with you and the Seeker one, and basically we're going to have an Emetic party. Now the reason I've actually used this method is to just point out on this level how bad the guard's perception is. This is ridiculously involved in just running around in plain sight. The grenades each took out 1 guard, which I would have expected a bit more from it, but again, for some reason with these guards, no matter where you put the Emetic, it always seems to only take out 1 person at a time. So we're going to throw our first grenade into the cluster, as you saw as well. So I should have mentioned we started off in the consulate car park, so we're going to throw it in. That's eliminate 1 guard. That's going to send him to the first sick position, the bin, which is where you would normally send the target if you hit them first. Then I'm going to get a little closer, and I'm going to use this second Emetic grenade to remove a second guard, which will send him off to the other positioning on the other side. I think he's either sick next to where one of the cars is, or they actually go up to the consulate itself. But this then sets us up for the fact that we can now wait for him to move. So you move around to get a better position. We can use our Seeker and get your trajectory right, then hit the target. This is going to send him off into, well, see, there's a miss with the first shot, but this is going to send him off into a separate room around the corner. Now it's one of those weird ones you'll see now, which was pretty much like my main point with doing this one. As I move around, see how often the guards actually spot me running around, but they don't look enough to identify that I shouldn't be there. I'm wearing a suit, so it's not like I'm disguised or anything to make it harder, but still. And that's where, see, the first guard there is being sick. But those gauges fill up a fair bit at times. Even with here, look, just keep moving on this level, and it doesn't matter. It's like, even if they get suspicious, they very rarely will ever come to investigate where you are. It's crazy. You see that, look back, that guard has a question mark but doesn't come over. But as you see, we're following the target through. We've got them separated here. We're in that side room next to where you can drop down to the underground bit. Guards questioning but not coming. Used to pull our Seeker bits thanks to my poor aim on that first shot. But we could just take down the target, snap his neck. Obviously I think that's one of the achievements as well, or the challenges for this level. So there's a few challenges you can actually get done using this. Just drag his body up to the corner here, because there is actually a guard that does walk past this way sometimes and can see him through the window if you leave him there. But then we just make our way to the exit. I realised as well, I picked up the propane tank and realised if I'd have thought of this, I could have actually set it up to blow him up as well, but that would involve bringing extra stuff with me. But still, it's an accident kill. If you need to get that done for your challenges, you know, it's there, you can put it there and blow it up with a taser or a gun and then get your additionals in. But again, I'm not going to show you exfiltrating the mission, because you know, once you get over this wall, you just got to head through like normal. So that will then take us on to should we call, the more serious method for the Emetic. So for this one, we're going to take the Seeker 1, a lethal syringe, any of the electronic key hacker devices that you've got, and we're going to start off undercover in the consulate as a consulate janitor. So a key thing for this one as well, so you start off, head straight to the left and then head downstairs. We're going to grab the keys actually for one of the exits to this game. Now I encountered a glitch doing this time. So normally you get these car keys here and then turn about and head out through the other door, and then you can just flick to the left and head straight forward, and it will take you down to, well, where the target is in the car park. It is also a restricted area for this outfit, so you have still got to sneak a little bit, but generally the escape is right next to where the target is and where the guards are. But I found this time it wouldn't let me do it. It was spotting me as I was leaving, so I left it on this one. But anyway, if we use the hacker on this door, sneak up to this pillar and then get out our Seeker, then just switch over shoulders if you need to, as you aim to get better aim, get your trajectory right, and we want to make sure we hit the target first. So now we've got the circle to show we've hit him. Move to the other side of the pillar, and I'd just wait a few seconds to make sure he's definitely heading over to where you are. And then if you look across, you'll see there's 3 guards as well that are here. So now he's heading over. You've got the 3 guards. Hit the one on the left. That's just because he can see where you are and what you're doing, and then you're just removing him from the equation. Then the other 2 guards got their backs turned, and the target is now heading over to be sick in the bin right next to us, like you saw in the last method the guard was doing. And then just make sure we're not being looked at. Hit him with the syringe, and then head around the outside of the actual car park that you're in, and again we're going to find that door. But I will say, see, you can see being spotted a bit. This weird thing, this exit here, as I said, you just went past it there. It was the car that I just passed that I'm looking at there. Now the body's been found, which doesn't matter because, like I said videos before, if it's poison it counts as an accident kill. It doesn't harm your assassin's rating at all, so you still get silent assassin. And so with the car, you can use that to exit. I tried it 3 times, and each time it kept doing, as I was halfway through holding in the button to finish it, it was coming up that I'd been spotted, even though the guards didn't react like I'd been spotted, so it seemed like a glitch. But headed on through, save you watching the long walk. Now exit the mission, job done. So there's 3 methods, one of them a little bit of fun as well to get you silent assassin, and hopefully this will get the target done for you nice and easy. Well, as always, thanks for watching the video guys, and thanks for supporting the channel. I hope this guide helps you out, and as always, I'll see you all out there.